although nobody seems to know his last name, who drove it into the school playground a few minutes ago with a beep of his horn and a wide grin, clambering out of the driver's seat and greeting the stressed-looking teachers with a deep bow. "Emergency bus ready to depart," he said, handing over the keys. "You're a lifesaver, Arnie," Erica replied, and Arnie dipped his head modestly, waved at the children, and ambled off. Reynolds, still standing apart from the other parents and still speaking animatedly to nobody on his phone, watches now as the children scramble for seats inside the bus, their delighted faces clearly showing they couldn't care less what vehicle they're being driven in, as long as it gets them to their destination. Lola, who's nabbed a window seat, taps urgently on the glass, trying to get his attention, and he smiles and blows her a kiss. "Bye, baby," he mouths, and she grins and waves. Reynolds waits until he sees Luca safely seated too, in the row behind his sister, then glances over at the little knot of other adults swarming around the open side door of the bus. He knows them all, of course, some better than others, but he's not in the mood for small talk right now, hence the ongoing fake phone call. He's the only dad here today. The others are all mums and a couple of female nannies, and he's been trying not to look over at them, trying not to catch her eye. But he can't help himself. He can't go over and speak to her, not when there are so many people here. But he needs something. A look? A nod? Something, so he knows everything is okay. He stares at her from behind his dark glasses, still holding the silent phone to his ear, willing her to turn around. And moments later, as if she can read his thoughts, she does. Her head swivels, and she looks straight at him. For a second, 2, 3. She's wearing sunglasses too, so he can't see her expression, and his chest tightens. But then, almost imperceptibly, she nods, and a ghost of a smile plays across her lips. Reynolds feels a wave of relief. He nods back, and she looks at him for another moment, then turns away, resuming the conversation she's having with one of the other mothers. He takes a deep breath. Good. All is well, he thinks. The teachers are climbing onto the bus, Erica Lindsay in the driving seat, and now the doors are being slammed shut, and the children are whooping and waving, and the adults in the playground are waving too. "Have fun," calls one. "Behave yourselves," shouts another. "See you this evening." Reynolds smiles again as Lola presses her nose to the window, squashing it against the glass and eyeing him comically. He gives her a thumbs-up sign as the bus begins to move slowly towards the school gates, then glances at the Rolex on his wrist. The trip had been due to commence at 9, but it's now 9:45, and he needs to get home. A little knot of anxiety twisting in his stomach as he thinks about how much he has to do today. He raises a hand vaguely in the direction of the group of mums and nannies, already beginning to disperse, then follows the bus out of the playground, stopping to watch as it comes momentarily to a halt to let a red post office van pass. Then its right indicator flashes, and the old white minibus with its precious cargo turns onto the winding street that leads through the centre of the village. Moments later, it disappears around a bend in the road. Chapter 2. Reynolds. Day 1, Friday, 9:50 a.m. Reynolds walks briskly down the street, phone tucked back into his pocket, the morning sun already warm on his face. He's lived in Littleford for 3 years now, but even in his current state of mind, the picture postcard beauty of the place still amazes him. Honey-coloured Cotswold stone houses, thatched roofs, mullioned windows, and even a gently babbling river with a bridge. When Reynolds and his wife Petra decided they wanted to leave London for a quieter life in the Cotswolds before the twins started school, the house search had begun and very quickly ended right here. "It's like something out of a fairy tale," Petra had whispered, as the estate agent walked them through the gates of the £2.5 million house they now call home. "And this house, it's perfect, Reynolds." He had to agree. It was spectacular, all of it, and they made an offer.